Now for your unit test on electricity and magnetism, you will have to show your teacher that you know how to build a series circuit, a parallel circuit, show that you know what a solenoid is, an electromagnet, so on and so forth. A lot of those pieces that you've been learning for this unit, you're going to have to show that you know how to build them. So for this video, I'm going to show you how to demonstrate that you know what an electric motor is and also what a generator is. So an electric motor is a device that changes electrical energy into kinetic energy. So for this, we're going to use a battery, and we're going to take that electrical energy coming out of the battery, and we're going to turn that into kinetic energy. And the way that we're going to show that is with this little tool here. And what this does, it's going to take the electrical energy out of the battery, and it's going to convert it into kinetic energy, which is the energy of motion. So you'll see the motion here in just a second. So hook the wires onto the battery and keep your hands free because we are going to create motion, so this knob is going to move. You don't want to be in the way of the knob moving. There you go. So you're going to have to explain that to your teacher as well, not just hook it up. So if they ask you to see an electric motor, you're going to hook the battery to this tool, and you're going to show that the electrical energy is being converted into kinetic energy. Now, a few examples of a generator that you may have seen before. So anything that takes electrical and turns it into motion. So a blender, right? You plug that in, you take the electrical energy out of the wall, and that turns the blades in the blender. How about like an electric car? Like a toy race car. You put batteries in there, right? And you take that electrical energy from the batteries and it converts into motion. So any of those things, anything that you really plug in and it moves, that's going to be a good example of an electric motor. Now you can try this out at your station with a large battery. You can also see what happens. You can probably guess what's going to happen if you hook this tool to a smaller battery. You're getting less voltage coming out of here. So whoops, that battery was in the way there. So hooking this to the smaller battery, you're definitely going to see the electrical energy converted into kinetic, but at a much slower rate. So that's kind of fun to play around with too. All right, now the next thing that I want to show you is that you can demonstrate that you know what a generator is. And we know a generator is a device that uses electromagnetic induction to convert kinetic energy into electrical. So basically any generator is going to convert your kinetic energy, the energy of motion, into electrical energy. So the way I like to think about it is that an electric motor and a generator are just opposites of each other. So this time we're going to take my energy of motion, I'm going to turn the knob, I'm going to take my kinetic energy, and it's going to turn into electrical energy in order to light up this bulb. Sorry, my hand's in the way there. So you're going to hook your clamps up to the bulb. Oops. And maybe have your friend hold the bulb, and then you're going to turn the crank, take kinetic energy, and turn it into electrical. So you're going to tell your teacher and explain that you know what's happening here and that this is an example of a generator. The faster you turn, the faster that current flowing through the circuit and the brighter of the bulb you're going to get. So there you go. You have a generator, kinetic to electrical, and an electric motor is the opposite of that. And you take electrical and you turn it into kinetic. So if you think of them kind of as opposites, that kind of helps you remember the difference between the two.